Hey, what's up, Cancers? This is going to be a general reading for June 2021, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So take what resonates, leave the rest. I started a reading, but the video got cut off, so I am going to leave the cards because I feel like it was a very powerful message. So before I begin and continue, rather, I just want to point out that when you're watching these tarot readings, you're really tapping into your own spiritual gifts. You're really not just looking for an outside answer or some sort of clarity from an outside source. It's really opening up to your spiritual gifts through intuition, clairvoyance, clairsentient, clairaudience, your psychic abilities that are going to allow you to decipher what resonates and what doesn't. So it's really up to you to use your abilities to trust yourself enough in your day-to-day life on how to use these messages through resonance that are really going to propel you to where you want to go, to your desires, that are going to bring in that moment of clarity, that confirmation that you needed to hear to move forward. These are general readings again, so not everything is going to resonate for you. So really take what resonates, and learning to do that, you're really sharpening your sword. I always do the motion, like I'm sharpening a sword, because I used to be a chef, so I'm very theatrical with my hands. So anyhow, I got sidetracked there. So really sharpening your sword of discernment is going to help you in your day-to-day life, really tuning into like the signs and the synchronicities that you're getting, whether, through spirit animals, number sequences, through songs, through, like, for example, like, when you're thinking of somebody and then that person calls, right? So it's like really paying attention to your manifestation powers at that time, is clearing your mind and then forgetting about it. And then it comes to you, like really relinquishing the control of the outcome and how it's going to look is going to be beneficial for you, Cancer, for the month of June. And that really touches base and really opens the segment for the cards that came out, the oracle cards that came out for you. So you know the drill, Cancer. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, drop a comment down below. I would love to hear how these messages are resonating for you. So we have autumn here, which is abundance, preparation, harvest, where I really feel, now in the Northern Hemisphere, we are in spring going into summer. But I feel last fall, the end of fall, you were really preparing, you were harvesting, and really working on, like, preparing on like a passion project, a side project, like some sort of side hustle, or you began like a new venture. I don't like saying hustle because it, like, there's so much tension to the word. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like it's a little bit of a lower vibrational word, hustle. But there was some sort of side passion project that you wanted to get started, or that you began perhaps in the new moon in October, November of last year, I want to say. And it's coming to fruition because you had to go through certain rites of passage. Because then we have mugwort, rites of passage. Like, for example, a priest, I'm not Catholic, but I'm just using this as an example, has to go through certain rites of passage in order to be ordained a priest. And I feel that this is what you have been on the journey of as well. You have been going through rites of passage so you can really take action come summer and see the fruition of your harvest, of your preparation in that you planted and began in fall. And there is some sort of intellectual stimulation, like crown chakra awakening, clarity that is coming in for you that's going to help propel you to take further action, taking a next step forward into your higher spiritual path, your rites of passage, where it is all leading you to where you were meant to be, to your purpose, your reason why you are here. Sorry, with my hands. And also drinking mugwort on a new moon, which the new moon, June 10th, is really going to help to gain spiritual possibilities for more of a positive outcome. So perhaps getting mugwort and drinking mugwort tea on June 10th for the new moon and setting your intentions and going into a meditation and really quieting your mind is going to bring in that intellect, that stimulation, that clarity that's going to help you to take further action come summer. Okay, so let's see what is in store for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of June 2021. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, of course, and cross watchers are welcome. Okay, so I always do a full shuffle, and then I read the cards. So we have the Four of Pentacles, and that's that stability, like right underneath the abundance, preparation, harvest. That stability is coming in from your preparation, from that harvest. That harvest is coming to fruition come summer, and you had to go through rites of passage. This is a very strong message for someone, or for a few of you. And then we have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarian energy. That is really taking action, that leadership, that passion. You have put it out there, into the world with your harvest, your preparation. And now it's time to begin. Not to say that you're going to reap so much harvest, but your harvest is coming in the sense of that you will see forward progression. You want to progress in these passion projects, in this side job or new venture that you began in fall of last year. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so that came out. Page of Wands came in the middle, more fire energy, sorry. Then we have the Seven of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Forgive me, I feel like I have to sneeze. The Eight of Wands. Wow, a lot of wands. Wow, a lot of action, forward movement. This is like really being in your feelings, connected to your feelings, not your emotions, but your feelings help you direct on what is best for you. Like your emotions are deeper. Your emotions are deep rooted, where your feelings are a bit more, I want to say on like the surface level, if you will. And the Page of Wands is like the small opportunity that is coming in, because we have 2-2 here, that is going to ignite, or what I'm getting, that Page of Wands is that seed, that harvest, that preparation, and now it's turning into the King of Wands because you put it out there. And perhaps you may even have to travel. Okay, then we have the Hangman. That's Pisces energy. And then we have the Four of Cups. Okay. And then underneath we have Temperance, Sagittarian energy. Okay, so I feel that you have really wronged a right. You really have righted a, no, that doesn't make sense. You have really paid your dues on something here, because the Hangman is, you know, a change in perception, and you had to pay your dues. That's like that rite of passage that I'm getting. That was kind of keeping you in this overwhelming, juggling all these plates, doing too much at once. And you had to kind of put in your dues and defend this. And defend yourself, stand your ground. And there's some sort of regret around a situation here. Perhaps it's more of like regret in the sense of, regret is a strong word as well, but looking back, wishing that you could have did a few things differently, because the Two of Wands is here, and it's looking, and the way it's positioned in the thing, in the spread, in the thing, in the spread, is like looking back, you wish you would have did things a little bit differently, but you paid your dues. And now you're kind of really standing your ground. You paid your dues, right? And standing your ground brings in this change of perception. Right? You've quickly changed your perception, like you've learned your lesson. And that is the rite of passage. You've learned the lesson as to why you needed that time in between to nourish, to grow, to bring in that harmony, that equal give and take, having patience. It needed to teach you patience as you are taking action come summer into the fruition of your harvest. And it's going to be very stable, and it's going to bring you from the Page of Wands into the King of Wands. I feel like this is a job opportunity, a passion project again, that it started off small, but now you're going to see the success of it, and it's going to speak to your soul, right? It's going to be something that is in alignment with your soul's calling, your purpose here, because wands are very one second here, sorry, my kids were getting a bit loud. Wands are like the feeling functions, right? It's the feeling that motivates one to action. So it's the beginning of an enterprise or a love affair, you know, with the Ace of Wands. So with that being said, it's like really moving forward passionately, standing your ground on this small offer that's coming in, that's going to lead into something that's going to be very successful. I feel something that is going to be very passionate, and it's going to be your work. It's going to really be fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling. It's going to be a passion project, emotionally fulfilling. And this is something that you may have some sort of regrets around of how you went about it, but nonetheless, it is still coming to fruition for you. And you needed to learn how to balance, how to bring in harmony. And the Temperance is governed by Archangel Michael, which is also your throat chakra. You know, really learning how to defend yourself and speak up for yourself and for your perceptions. Like the Hangman in, you know, traditional tarot in like the olden days and like the Renaissance days, the Hangman was represented as when you did something wrong, you were punished and you were hung by your foot, you know, especially after a person was, you know, executed. They were hung by their foot to show the shame and the guilt of their punishment, of their crime, right? So it was kind of like a shameful way and a disgrace, if you will. And that's why, because it's beside the Four of Cups here, I feel like there is some sort of regret that quickly comes in for you, or that has quickly come in for you, and you have felt overwhelmed. And that's why that rite of passage, like that time in between, served its purpose, because you really had to learn to stand your ground, protect yourself, bring in that peace, that harmony, that even that healing, right? I'm going to clarify the Hangman. Can you please clarify the Hangman for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Yeah. Look at that. And then we have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, the King of Pentacles, and the Moon card. This is Pisces or Cancer energy. And this is really fate and time. This is something that has been fated. And in divine timing, you had to learn something regarding your finances, your stability. There was some shadow work around your finances and career, and even understanding, taking the time to understand that you are, whoever's resonating with this message, that you are at the top of your game. You know your stuff. You know, you're a very grounded individual, that you are very humble, you're very generous, you're very business savvy. You're an entrepreneur, and that's where the King of Pentacles comes in with this Autumn card. Let me move my stone here. With this Autumn card, look at that, right? You're an entrepreneur. So this is something that you have started in the fall that really is coming to the surface now. That you had the time to work on your shadow, and the moon is, you see how it's like the moon and the sun that is integrated here. Hold on, I just want to check my notes on something. So, exactly. So you needed that time to rest with the moon cycle, with that rite of passage, as now you're coming into the sun, summer, Leo energy, right? The sun, the divine masculine, which is here with the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. You may even have fire and earth in your chart, very strong in your chart. And now it's time to take action and move forward, because you paid your dues on something. Like you went through a karmic cycle. You cleared up some karma. And now you're going to learn how to balance both, say, career and time, making time for yourself. Career and, your spiritual path, right? So say, I see what it is. So you're going to learn, you had to learn how to balance, say, work and like your 9 to 5, whatever brings in and helps pay the bills, and balance the time of your passion project that you had started in fall of last year, around November of the new moon, November 15th, I want to say, in and around there, or even before then. Okay. Please clarify the Two of Wands for Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Yeah. So you're moving into a really victorious state. You're gonna, a lot of wands here, a lot of wands. That career, that passion project is gonna be very successful. You may have to make a move in the sense of you may have to travel for this passion project or this new job, or rediscovering this life purpose. And you went through an initiation phase that really helped you pay off some karmic lineage, right? A karmic cycle. from your ancestors. But there's stability here now moving forward, because the Page of Wands is going to bring in like the small offer that's going to like speak to your soul, like that really ignites that passion within you, like that passion project, right? That is emotionally fulfilling, and then it's going to turn into the King of Wands. But you needed to pay your dues, and that's perhaps in divine timing, learning patience. One of the 7 virtues, right? And that was your soul's purpose here, was to learn patience. And you learn quite a bit about yourself, having to release control, do the shadow work of the shame, of the guilt, of the regret that you had around perhaps leaving like a really good job and then going into something that speaks more to your soul, your spiritual path, your spiritual journey. And there was some sort of regret, and there was a third party situation. But what you don't see is that you were being gifted the Ace of Cups here. And you are, for me, the 4 of Cups represents you're leaning on that family tree, that ancestral tree that is there supporting you, that has your back. You're leaning on it. And not to worry, because that Ace of Cups is here. And the Ace of Cups in this reading I'm getting is that divine inner love that is going to be overflowing from within you. Learning to love yourself, learning to be true to yourself, understanding that God, Source, the divine, whoever it is that you pray to, has your back. Your ancestors have your back. Because you have planted something, and now you are going to be victorious. And you're going to begin to see the fruition, enabling you to stand in your power. Look, as the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Standing your power. You're at the top of your game. You are an entrepreneur. You are a leader. You are taking charge. And it has changed your perception on life, even on what it is that is important to you, and how to move forward in life. It has changed your perception on how to move forward in life and what is worth defending and what's not worth your time or your energy. And through that brings in this financial stability, stability even within yourself, like having clear, mental, stable thoughts that is going to help manifest you into this new level, this new journey, this next chapter in your life. Beautiful energy. Beautiful. Okay, Cancers, I'm going to leave it there because I could go on for an hour. But I really hope that you got some sort of clarity. And hold on 1 second here. Something about lilies. I'm not sure if maybe you planted lilies, but these flowers are standing out in the Temperance. Perhaps you're dealing with someone named Lily, or your name is Lily, or you just really like Lily. But all roads lead to the sun here. And if you see the sun in this depiction, in this illustration, and there's a path here that has gone through and that is going through these mountains, if you could see, it's going through this like terrain, of rocky times. That's your rite of passage. But know that everything leads to the sun, all in divine timing. And this is a divine timing, all in divine timing. Come summer, Page of Wands. Come summer, you are going to be victorious in this new venture, and you're going to have to make a move. Absolutely. The choice is yours. You may have to travel. This passion project or this new job opportunity that comes about may consist of having to travel. Beautiful. Cancer, I pray that you have gotten some sort of guidance and advice for what's to come and how to handle it for the month of June 2021. I am wishing you good health, peace, and above all, self-love. Stay well.